High school football in Minnesota kicks off Thursday and Friday nights this week. It's an exciting time for players, coaches, and fans. Tonight, a CARE exclusive. History in Minnesota will be made on Thursday night when the Park Cottage Grove football team will become the first in the state, maybe in the country, to wear the Guardian cap, a protective shell over the helmet during a real game. Right now, a few football programs in Minnesota wear them during practice, including Park. But now the Wolfpack plan to take it a step further in the name of player safety.
30 hard with your stuff on.
The Heat forced Park football indoors last week.
Get your gear on.
Safety for Coach Rick Frickland
Back up 10 yards.
is always top of mind.
Let's go, get a football.
Which is why over the past 3 years, he's invested over $11,000 into the Guardian cap, a 7-ounce foam-padded protective shell for football helmets.
Do I have 5 lines over here?
Each cap costs around $70. Every player in the Park program, from varsity all the way down to 6th grade, wears the cap during practice. Significant investment.
Absolutely, yep.
And you feel it's been worth it?
Absolutely. If we're doing things to keep the game safer for our kids, football needs to do those things.
If they look familiar, it might be because you've seen the Vikings wear them in practice this month. Just this year, the NFL mandated Guardian caps for all teams, all players, at all times during practice.
To be completely frank, if they didn't work and they didn't keep people safer, I really don't think the NFL would be mandating what they are.
The cap doesn't prevent concussions, but they do, it seems, lessen the impact to the brain. The company says by 33%. Park High doesn't have hard data to prove that, but the science makes sense to those who treat athletes.
When you think about the way a concussion happens, it's because your brain is floating inside your skull, and when you get hit or you experience a whiplash, it bounces around inside your skull. So if we can add something on top of it to absorb some of that force, less force is going to get transmitted through the helmet, through your skull, and then into your brain to cause it to move around and slosh around.
Walk through it.
Which is why Rick decided to take that safety to the next level. Wear the Guardian cap during games.
Someone's got to be the first, and it might as well be us.
It has never been done before in Minnesota, possibly not even in the country. The National Federation of High Schools sent CARE TV this statement saying the NFHS does not endorse products including the Guardian cap, but it has determined that permissive use of this product is not a violation of NFHS football rules. The Minnesota State High School League basically followed suit, saying in part, the choice to wear this helmet attachment is left to each of our member schools.
It's got to be bang, bang.
Rick says his players are all for it,
Next 11.
even if the Guardian cap looks kind of silly.
I expect people are going to just kind of poke fun at how it looks, but they don't understand. We don't even notice it's on our heads, and we don't care about the looks. We care about being safe.
The over-under is 1,000 emails that first week that you're about to get saying how stupid it looks. But again, we keep kids safer. I'm all for that.
Do you intentionally take more risks because you're wearing that, or how do you approach the game when you've got that on your head?
I think some people could, but I don't really notice when it's on my head at all. I'm playing the game and I don't really pay attention to the Guardian cap. It's just on my head. I play the game the same way I would if I didn't have it on.
So on Thursday night, August 31st at TCO Stadium in Eagan, where the Vikings practice, Park High will open the football season against district rival Eastridge. In the past, that matchup would have looked like any other in Minnesota, like this. But not this one. Not when Park High takes the field wearing these on their helmets. It could be the spark that changes the game in Minnesota. You're going to be the guinea pigs.
I will be the guinea pigs, and if I'm the first for player safety and our student athletes are the first for player safety, I'm totally fine with being the first person.
Rick says the Park varsity through 9th grade are committed to wearing the Guardian cap the entire season in games this fall. He plans to buy more next year so that every football player, 3rd grade through varsity in Cottage Grove, wears one in practice. The State High School League's only stipulation for games is the caps all have to be the same color.
You talked to all the football coaches. Do you see this starting to gain traction pretty quickly?
Well, I emailed a bunch of them tonight and said, watch the story and tell me what you think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, The coach that they're facing at Eastridge, Dan Fritzy, told Rick already, I'll be curious to know what your data says after the season is over. And I think a lot of coaches will be curious too, as to if they had less concussions, less kids out because they wore the cap, not just in practice, where practice is different now. They don't have as much contact as they used to. The real test is when you play the game at full speed.
Yeah. You wonder if we'll look back and be like, oh my gosh, they used to wear leather helmets. If
Exactly.
we'll be like,
Well,
they didn't wear those things on their head.
That's really the only thing that kids have a problem with, is that it looks weird.
Right.
But I think eventually what you'll see is, if this goes, is that the school's emblems will be ending up on the Guardian caps.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
they'll
They just
start
won't be
over
white
again.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah.
Yeah. Good
Great
idea.
story.
Great
Thanks, Rand.
story.